How's it going, everyone? Baby Dragon 48 here, coming at you with the deck profile of one of my favorite decks, and I hope you can already guess what it's going to be by the mat. It is Heroes. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to start things off with the one and only Elemental Hero Stratos. We have this at 3. This card is so busted. It's a searcher. It pops background. I mean, I don't know what more you can ask for in a card. Next off, we have 2 copies of the Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. This has 2 effects. The first being if it's special summon, you can add any change quick play spell from your deck to your hand. Or the second effect being if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add any hero from your deck to your hand. However, you can only use one of the 2 effects per turn, so just want to make sure you know which one you want to use. That way you don't accidentally use both or use the wrong one that you didn't mean to. Next off, we have the 1 copy of Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. A lot of people are cutting this from their deck. However, I feel that is a mistake. It is such a good card. Aside from it being able to provide an extra normal summon, if it gets polymerization away, you can go ahead and special summon something like your Shadow Mist to add that mass change from your deck to your hand if you hadn't already used its effect that turn. Or summon something like Stratos to go ahead and pop back row. Like whatever you need, the possibilities are so high with Solid Soldier. Next off, we have the 1 copy of Honest Neos. It is a hard once per turn, so I feel 1 is the right ratio to run it at. And lastly, we have the newest addition to the deck, Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier. So Liquid Soldier, like Shadow Mist, has 2 effects. The first being if it's normal summon, you can special summon a hero from the graveyard to the field. The second being if it's used as a fusion material for a hero monster, like if you were to use Miracle Fusion for it, you can draw 2 cards, discard 1. So essentially, it's a graceful charity. But once again, you can only use 1 of its 2 effects that turn. Alright, that rounds off the hero cards. We'll go ahead and continue with the Vision Heroes. We have 3 copies of Ferris. I think aside from Stratos, this is probably your most important hero. You should run it at 3, accompanied along with 2 copies of the Vision Hero Increase, and then the 2 copies of Vision Hero Vion. Vion again searches out your polymerization to your hand. Alright, that rounds off the Vision Heroes. Next up are the Destiny Heroes. We have 3 copies of Destiny Hero Malicious. I do feel Konami made a mistake by bringing this back to 3, but I'm not complaining. This only helps make heroes better than what they already are, and it just brings that added boost that they've been needing for a while. Next off, we have the 1 copy of Destiny Hero Celestial. Again, some people are cutting this card. However, I feel it is very essential to add that burn damage to your opponent, especially if you are getting closer to time. I know no one really likes 2-1 like that, but if you need to, the option is there. Next off, we have the 1 copy of Dynatag. You need Dynatag to go ahead and combo off with Dystopia. Lastly, for the Destiny Heroes, we have Plasma. Plasma is one of the best heroes in the deck. It is a one-sided skill drain. I mean, that's all you gotta say, one-sided skill drain. And lastly, we have the 1 copy of Evil Hero Dusted Gold. I know this card is very expensive at the moment, so if you can't afford to pick up a copy of these, then you don't have to run it. It is not necessary, but if you do have it, you should be running it. It just gives the deck that added boost. That rounds off all the monsters in the deck. Next off, we are going to go to the spells. We have 3 copies of E-Emergency Call. Some people run 2 call and 1 Rhoda, or just 3 calls. I just prefer the 3 calls. I don't run the Rhoda. I feel 3 searches is enough for the deck. Then we have 3 copies of Mass Change. No explanation needed. It brings out Dark Law, helps avoid things like Valor on Stratos. So 3 of this card is good. And then 3 of Fusion Destiny. Again, no explanation necessary for this card. Next off, we have the 1 copy of Miracle Fusion for the Liquid Soldier and Sunrise play. We have the 1 copy of Polymerization, the 1 Dark Calling for the Dusted Gold, and the 1 copy of Will Hero Lives. So that does round off all the spell cards. And lastly, we have the traps. So we have the only hand trap in the deck, the 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence. I have always been a fan of this card and have been running it in Heroes for the longest time. So that explains that. And lastly, we have 3 copies of Evenly Matched. So you can decide to make your hero deck either going first or going second deck. Now I feel the format is a going first hero deck, definitely. However, I feel with like spirals hanging around. We need something like evenly matched to help break their board. And I like to run my deck as going first. If I were to go second, I want to have that option available so that I can like put up a fight and make a comeback. This evenly matched, actually I was running 3 Ash Blossom instead of it. Then for some time I was running 3 Called by the Grave. So if you don't want to run evenly matched, you can put 3 of any hand trap or Called by the Grave in instead. However, at the moment I'm liking how evenly matched is working out for myself. So that rounds off the main deck. It is 41 cards. I will continue off with the extra deck. We have the 1 copy of Wonder Driver. I actually find myself not making this as often, but the option is there if I need it. The 1 Dread Decimator. 2 copies of the Cross Crusader. 2 copies of Dark Law. Again, what your best master hero in the deck. You can start off with Dark Law and Plasma turn 1. It really hinders a lot of decks. And then we have the 1 Master Hero Anki and the 1 Master Hero Blast, just for those times where you want to mass change Stratos to help avoid like a Veiler or something like that. Okay, and the last Master Hero is Master Hero Acid. You guys have probably all seen that combo with Absolute Zero into Acid. It's a very strong combo, so I would like to have the option there if I need it. Next are the Elemental Heroes, Absolute Zero, and the newest hero, Sunrise. And then we have the 1 Vision Hero Trinity, and then Destiny Hero Dystopia, and Destiny Hero Dangerous. Dystopia is obviously the choice that you would want to go for. However, you do have Dangerous there just in case if you open up a bit bricky, you want to help it unbreak your hands. And finally, the 1 Malicious Bane for the Dusted Gold. That rounds off the extra deck. Next off, we're going to get into the side deck. The side deck is, again, personal preference. You want to adjust it for your locals or if you're attending a tournament, like a regionals or YCS. However, for the locals I'm attending, I feel this is what works best. We have 3 copies of Danko Seka, just for the back row heavy decks. We have 3 copies of the Droll and Lockbird. Once again, spirals are very, very real deck this format, and this just helps combat them. We have 3 copies of the Ween Dragon Raw Sphere Mode. We have 3 copies of the Dark Ruler No More. And to end things off, we have 3 copies of the Twin Twister, again for those back row heavy decks. Alright guys, so that is the end of my deck profile. I hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Give me all the feedback that you guys want. I want to know if you guys think I should take some cards out, put some cards in. And also give it a thumbs up if you guys would like me to post a combo video for the heroes. Alright guys, Baby Dragon 48 out.